Carlos found himself in a little bar in the East Village. Ethan had picked the location for his quiet atmosphere, and nobody paid attention to each other. Carlos found this odd at first, but thought to himself, if he ever came there with Miguel, no one would remember his face. Carlos remembered having 3 iced teas. Usually, one would have him feeling nice. But he wanted to blame the alcohol if anything would happen between him and Ethan. Now that's how we're going to start this segment right here with my co-manager of Under Lock and Key Entertainment, First Lady of Under Lock and Key Entertainment, Sha Ames. And I heard your name is Sha Ice now, you know. But I wasn't it. I wasn't it.
AKA.
You know what? AKA. But in the book Undetected, that was the caption that I chose to read. So, Sha, hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama.
So tell us what this book Undetected is all about.
Okay, well, Undetected is a fictional book about characters who've been exposed to HIV virus. And the youngest is age 12 and the oldest is age 60. So you have a lot of different dynamics going on, but the whole point is it's just HIV awareness.
Right. So with HIV awareness, tell, first off, let's rewind back and tell us where you're from and what it is that you do.
Okay, well, first of all, I work with people who that are living with HIV and AIDS. So I decided that I wanted to do something to advocate on their behalf because they were just telling me some of the situations and stories, and I just felt like that somebody got to hear these stories.
Right.
And although these stories are fictional, you can still relate to this because it could be your mother, your brother, your sister, so everybody could connect to the book because it's so real. And you just feel like that, you know, like these people, like, I can't believe they're fictional characters. I've had people call me crying and stuff like that, thinking that they were real. I said, no, I made them up. But the whole point is, what I love about this book is that after people read it, they have a whole different, you know, output on what people living with HIV is. Because what you have to remember, it could be them today, but you tomorrow.
And you know what? That's very real and that's very realistic because with the rise of the HIV epidemic and people becoming sick, it's not something we can ignore or hide from or shun or be shamed against. It's something that we need to deal with and we need to embrace and we need to cope with and we need to, it's not like we're going to find a solution because we're all having unprotected sex. So many people still have unprotected sex with the AIDS epidemic going on. We still choose to have unprotected sex. So in that instance, that means we have to deal with the reality that it exists. We have to deal with our lifestyles after we have been plagued with such a disease, with such a situation, and you chose to bring that to the surface even though it's not your situation, but it is people that you work with, and it is stories that you made up. So what is it like working with people that are in a misfortune?
Okay, well, some of the stories are really sad, but then there are a lot of, you know, courageous, you know, individuals I work with. And when I say they're courageous, I mean, the point is that I have some of them that actually go out and tell people, listen, I had HIV, this is how I got it, and they're just trying to educate people. And the beauty about that is that, like I did like a workshop, and I had 2 people, a male and a female, and they were in the room, and they had HIV, nobody knew. So I told them just sit in the crowd. So, and then I started talking about it. I said, you know, there's 2 people in here right now that have HIV. I said, can you tell what it is? So nobody knew who it was. I said, could y'all stand up, please? And they stood up, and people couldn't even believe it.
Right.
But that's the whole point. It's like people think that HIV, you could tell on, like it's on your
like
head.
Like you think you
can
look sick, or you walking around here
no,
scratching. No, it's people that you're attracted to.
Exactly.
It's people that you love.
Exactly. Your
not
mother,
only people,
sister,
I'm not just saying in relationships is where, oh, I'm looking at this girl, she might got HIV. I'm talking about brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins. It's people that you love that are sick with this virus and you cannot tell. But do we treat them different? Yes, we do. Do we act different towards them? Do we act like if they fucking breathe on us that we gonna catch it? Yes, we do. But in reality, if we breathe on them, we'll get them sick.
Exactly.
So, you know, educate people on their ignorance.
Okay, but what I want to also address in the book, that there's right now it's over 1.2 million people already living with HIV. 18% of that don't even know that they actually have HIV. So when you think of it like that, because how many people actually get tested?
Right.
You know, I ask people, how do you say, oh, I don't have HIV when you never was tested?
Right.
You don't know if you have HIV unless you get tested. You have to get tested to say what your status is.
Right.
So the whole point is, the reason why that they're doing a lot of outreach now and they're trying to educate people is because they want people to get tested, because once you know, then they know where to go next. So
right.
say if you get tested and you're HIV positive, what they want to do is they want to
find your partners.
No, it's not even that they want to find your partners. What they want to do is start treating you right away, because it's very important to treat you right away. Because with the viral load, the higher the viral load is, the easier it is to spread it. So that's the main thing, is that they want to start treatment with you. And usually within 6 months, when you take the treatment, then it will bring your viral load down. So, but they will tell you that you should reach out, to your sexual partners, let them know, saying that, because it's very important that we try to stop it. And the only way we're going to do that is by having everybody tested, know your status, and let's just treat, get treated, because then you can't spread. But in
reality, who's going to go tell someone, like if I got tested HIV positive, you think I'm going to call up all the niggas I've been having sex with and be like, you know what? I went to the doctor today, and they said I got HIV. Who's gonna do that? How do you do that? How do you make that step?
So if you're afraid to do that, then they can reach out to those people for you. Like just send them a letter saying, somebody that you had, sexual contact with, saying may have been exposed to HIV, you should get tested. Now they're not gonna tell you.
But I mean, why somebody gonna come kill me now? Now they're gonna come kill me because I done went and got tested for HIV and I got HIV, and now I'm giving you niggas numbers that I done slept with from the bar and shit.
How do you know you gave it to them? They could have gave it to you.
Maybe they gave it to me, but just me being the one to make the fucking announcement. So it's like the first one caught the STD is the one that gave it. So that's where you go back to. Okay, so if I'm the one fucking informing them, maybe I'm the one that gave it. So as me, I mean, if I became positive, right, I ain't telling nobody shit.
And the sad thing about
it is, a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. And let me tell you something. The reason why they do it, the reason why you said, I'm sorry, my throat is a little dry. But the reason why they do that is because, just like you said, you're afraid that then it's going to be an outlash to you, because now they're going to attack you, they're going to start spreading it, telling everybody, and that's why people are afraid to actually say anything about it. So,
and I mean, it's not a thing you could just go around and say, like, I had gonorrhea, go get a shot. This not no stuff you could get no shot for. So it's not like I can admit to a man, like, I'm HIV positive, because that's a death sentence on everyone, and that's how everyone feels. Like, becoming HIV positive is like the end of your fucking life almost.
But you know
drastically.
What?
But it really is not.
It's not, because
if you get educated and you get the right information, it's not the end of your life. It's people living with it and doing fine.
Exactly. And I just want to just say an example of that is, a lot of people say HIV, but it's no different than having diabetes. I mean, it's pretty much you just have to control it, right? So It's the same thing with HIV. If you control it, then you won't spread it.
Right. And it's a very sad situation, and I don't want to focus our whole interview on it, but it's very important, and it's very important that people get tested and that people get educated on it, because I feel like if you got HIV and you breathe on me, I might get it.
No.
But that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. And a lot of us are ignorant to the HIV facts and what's going on and how you get it, how you don't get it. And I mean, we all need to be educated and knowledgeable. And I advise everyone to read this book, Undetected by Sha Ames. And shout out to Sha Ames, shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV. Thank you for coming through, my dear.
Thank you.
Yes, I love her. I love my management team.
And can I just say one thing? Please go out and get tested. Thank you.
You got some tests? Would you test me?
No.
But seriously, go out and get tested. It's very important. And seek the help you need. It's not a death sentence. And stay tuned to Worldwide Entertainment TV.